Welcome to Beer Disciples. I am Ross Quintana.
I'm Richard Callahan.
And this is Sam Adams East West Kölsch. And there's two of them, of course.
You got a little bit of ice floating in yours there, man. That is a cold beer.
Yeah, yours is cooling it off.
We should go 50-50 on this.
You like to, it's not an imperial stout there, buddy. You don't need to break her down to room temperature.
I didn't mean to.
These beers you might have to put in dry ice to just get them to go down quick.
So this is...
just kidding. Come on, Sam Adams. You know I love you.
This is a part of Sam Adams Summer Pack that they just recently released here.
Not to be confused with Colbert's Super Pack, but it's very similar sounding.
You can love that guy. All right, it's a Kolsch style beer aged with Southeast Asian Jasmine Sambac flowers.
And that's not being racist. That's what it says.
And it's the flowers, the way they use it in the process, is supposed to be some sort of like a dry hopping to add a subtle flowery characteristic on the nose. Not necessarily we're going to be able to taste it, but
yeah, they generally have such light beers. It's hard to detect the, when you start off light and then we're like, and we added a light nuance, and it's like, man, if you add a light nuance, I can't detect it.
Right.
Some beers it's not that way, but brewer Sam Adams on this, Boston Brewing Company. This is the 2011, and actually I think this is the first year they put this out. So yeah, it is. So let's. The style is Kolsch. It's comes from Cologne, Germany, and it's pretty much what they're known for. And each little village has their own little take on it over there, but it's the basic concept, as I understand it, is that it's top fermented warm like an ale, and then storage is cold like a lager. And apparently that's supposed to bring out some of these little fruity notes and things like that. So let's tap into it and see if they're there. If anyone's home. The ABVs on this is 5.01. Yeah. I don't know the purpose of doing the 01 on there. It's like, oh, well, 01, in that case, I'm definitely detecting that.
Oh, yeah.
Malts on this, Harrington, Metcalf, Copeland Pale, Bohemian Pils, and Wheat, which is the same malt profile as the Rustic Saison we just tried, and but different hops on this one. These are Spalter and Strisselspalt.
I'll tell you what, I'm hoping that the jasmine makes all the difference.
Yeah.
I wasn't too big a fan of the Saison. Maybe the Kolsch will be better. There's something else to say about the...
Silence! I break your train track.
Out of my head.
That's right. Excuse me, sir. You dropped what you were saying. It's on the floor.
Let's get a pour on it.
Let's get the pour. Look at this. Twin action. Whose will you prefer? Oops. That's okay. That's okay. I'm all right.
No, I believe I'm the one. It is all
Are
right.
you still going? But look at that frothy head on that
We
one.
got a 15-finger head going here.
That's right. We've got a 1 potato, 2 potato head on that. Who will finally win? I don't know.
Looks very similar to the Saison.
Yeah. Could just be the label change.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe this is the label
We need 2 new
changeover.
styles. We only made one, but I got a new label.
So it looks identical to me, to be honest.
It
No, yours is just colder. That's all.
It could be a hair.
No, it's cold. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's looking very similar. Let's
Let's get a smell. We don't need to evaluate that. It's not as sour smelling. It's not as much yeast coming through on this one as it was the Saison.
This is and I believe that's because this is their Sam Adams yeast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's their ale yeast, so you're definitely not going to pick up the same Belgian till. Not able to get in through my head. It smells about the same. I mean, I'm not trying to smell some imperial beer here.
No, it doesn't smell that much different, but it does smell less, lack of a better word, pungent.
I can't detect the jasmine. Let's try it out.
Yeah, not that I know what a flower smells like. This one is less carbonated. It's more refreshing than the other.
Yeah. Actually, the flavor profile on this is much better in my opinion. I prefer it.
For sure.
This is almost what I thought that one was going to be. When
There's
it was talking
there's
kind
a
of
softness to this one. Was this one the one brewed with honey or no?
No, the other one was.
There's a softness that balances this out. I like this one a lot better. Much more drinkable.
Yeah, you get that little bit of a hop profile. Not too much. I'm getting a little bit of breadiness on the backside, and I'm not sure, but I might be getting that jasmine just there at the on the roof of the mouth after it's all done.
I'm wondering if the Sam Adams yeast was that big of a difference. If that's one of the, I mean, there weren't very many variables in this. The malt profile was the same. The hops were a little bit different, and the yeast was and the yeast was different. So I guess they did change some of the bigger elements, but this is
This isn't bad. I actually like
beer overall.
I get that little sweetness right there at the end. Now, if someone was to tell me, hey, let's have a nice small summer beer. Mm-hmm. This is pretty good. I'm enjoying this for sure. Definitely better than the last one. Carbonation levels are right. Getting that smidge of sweetness, and I think they did a pretty good job.
It does have a pleasant. Beer. It has a pleasant floral or fruity aftertaste. That's just it causes you to go back for another sip.
It must be that jasmine, because I almost thought it was sweet. Like it almost had a little sweet malt body. It's like, oh, good job, Sam Adams. You got a little malt body finally.
I don't feel like I could blame that on the malt. Maybe it is the jasmine. I don't think I can attribute it to the malt, because the malt profile was the same.
Yeah, it's what it made me think. So it must be that flour, which a lot of people in the reviews said they couldn't detect. I'm pretty sure that's probably what it is, because I'm getting that little tinge of sweetness, which usually these type of beers from Sam Adams don't have, to me, almost any malt body. When you drink big malt body beers, it's hard to go back and recognize some kind of malt. But I'm thinking I can get some of that sweet little floral note right there. So a
little bit of a drying quality too on the end.
Yeah, I think they did a pretty good job on this. This is drinkable. This is enjoyable. A lot of the summer ales to me are just yellow water without any flavor. So this one, to me, actually, I like what they did.
I think it's only available in the summer pack. I don't think it's you can get 6 packs of it or anything like that. So
I'm liking the aftertaste.
I don't think the variety pack is worth it just for this beer. I mean, I don't remember everything that's in there. Aftertaste is good on this.
That.
Yeah, this is a good beer. I'm going to give it a B.
Yeah. I will easily give it a B. I can't give it a... I know it's a small beer.
But the B pluses are, on the BeerAdvocate, the B plus is a worthy beer. B is good.
Yeah.
B minus is, I can't remember what that one was, but that was like the lower side.
I'm going to go B.
This is above that.
It's a solid B.
Yeah.
For this little beer, pat it on its little head. Good job, little beer. It's good. It is what it is, and a lot of those, like I said, those summer styles, to me, they're usually lacking. They're not something I would say, okay, if I want something kind of smooth, some little bit of flavor, which is what they usually lack. They can make a small beer, but they don't have any kind of flavor. I think this one really did it, so I'm going to say B. Overall, I'm going to give it maybe an 82, and I don't know the style well enough to rate it, but we'll go about probably an 80 on the style, maybe a 70, between 70 and 80.